Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss about inheritance. So it is one of the most important concept of OOPS, object oriented programming language. So in the last class we have discussed about class, object, constructor and also data abstraction. So in this particular video we are going to learn about inheritance. So inheritance is nothing but deriving a subclass from superclass. Okay, deriving a subclass from superclass, it is nothing but inheritance. Okay, so we all know classes. What is class? Class is nothing but a blueprint which contains functions and variables. Yes, methods and variables. So here the class contains variables and functions. So inheritance topic is used to allows you can create one subclass from parent class. Okay, so from parent class you can create subclass. So what is the importance of creating subclass? What is the use of creating subclass from parent class? The use is by deriving a subclass from superclass, you can access all the variables and functions of parent class. Okay, for suppose if you are inheriting parent class to child class, parent to child, whatever the parent contains the characteristics. Okay, those characteristics are derived from parent to child. Okay, those characteristics are inherited by parent to child. So in the same scenario, if you derive the subclass from superclass, so you can access all the variables and functions of superclass to subclass. Okay, so here this is used to create hierarchy of classes and share the properties and methods from superclass to subclass. Okay, the process of deriving a subclass from the superclass is known as inheritance. So deriving a subclass from superclass, it is nothing but inheritance. Okay, so the superclass is also known as, so here, new class, base class or parent class. Superclass is also known as new class, base class and parent class. Subclass is also known as old class, derived class and child class. So you can use this terminology to indicate subclass and superclasses. Let's see here advantages. So advantage of deriving a subclass from superclass. So here the first advantage is it is used to represent real world relationships. Okay. So the next one is it is a transitive in nature, which means properties of one class will be accessed by another class. Okay. So you can access the one class properties in many class. You can create number of subclasses for one class and you can access all the variables functions of the superclass. So it is also used to eliminate duplicate code. Okay, so if you want to declare one x variable in subclass and superclass and subclass and one more subclass, so if you want to declare the same variable in number of classes 1 2 3 4 classes, you can eliminate duplicate codes. Okay, so if you declare one variable in superclass, you can access this variable in this subclass and this subclass and this subclass. Okay, so you can access in number of subclasses without rewriting the code. Next, it is easy to understandable model structure. So it is simple and understandable model structure. So let's see. Defining a subclass. So we all know how to create a class. Yes, class, class name. Yes, class name. Inside class, it contain functions. Yes, so this is a function. So function contain implementation. So I want to print hello. Okay. Next. So classes also contain variables. For suppose the variable is x, it contains the value 55. Okay, so next, class, superclass. Superclass contain body, that means functions and variables. Next, defining a subclass. So you need to define the subclass, same class, subclass name, and this subclass must be inherited from this superclass. So that's why you need to give the parameter here superclass. Okay, so here you need to mention superclass name, and here it contain body of class. Okay, so this is the syntax for creating subclass. So first it will contain the superclass. Superclass contain the body. Class is nothing but collection of variables and function. Next I want to define one subclass which is derived from superclass. So that's why subclass name of superclass name. Okay, so now the subclass can access all the body of superclass. So whatever superclass contain those functions and variables that can be accessed by subclass, because it is a child class for this class. Okay, so let's see one example. Here the example is class A. A is a class name. So class is nothing but it contains variable and functions. Yes. So here the variable function is, so declaring function def function name. So def function name is speak. Okay. So inside function it contains the implementation print able to speak. Next, I am defining the subclass. So subclass is name is B and it is derived from A class. So A is a class and B is also a class, but B is a subclass and it is derived from A. So that's why B of A. And it contains one function def walk. Walk is a function name and it contains the implementation able to walk. Okay. So next, so here two classes are there. One is A class and another one is B class. So if you create the object, for suppose if you create the object, how to create object? Object name is equals to class name. So here object name is A and class name is capital A. Okay, so I am creating object for A class. Now, if you want to call this function, next you need to use object name dot speak. Okay, so now it will print able to speak. You cannot call this function. If you want to call this function, again you need to create one more object for B class and then you can call the function that is walk. Now it will print able to walk. Yes. So if you want to create, if you create object for A class, you can access only speak function. So that's why I am creating object for, so I am creating object for B class. So B is a subclass, the parent class is A. So if you derive the B class from A class, which means the B class contains the properties of A class. So whatever the A class contain properties, those properties also derived. Okay, so that's why B is equals to B class. B is a object, capital B is a class. Now you can access both walk function as well as you can call speak function. Okay, so by using only one object we can access all the properties of B class and A class, because B is a subclass, A is a superclass. Okay, so if you create object for A class, you can access only speak, because it is a parent class. Parent class contain only one function. Yes. But if you create object for B class, you can access the child class properties as well as parent class properties. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So what is inheritance? Yes, how to declare subclass and superclass. So in the next class I will explain about types of inheritance. Okay. So if you have any doubts regarding to this video, please comment me in the comment section. For more videos, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.